Are you serious?
She's such a sweetheart.
Her laugh, when she laughs, when I watch her at home, just like shakes my heart. Love it.
She can't walk down the street of Uganda without getting attacked. It's like David Hasselhoff in Berlin.
Apparently she can't walk around our dressing room without getting attacked, because I just gave her the biggest hug. She's in the dressing room. She's getting ready.
We're talking about So You Think You Can Dance, Mary Murphy, who's coming up in 30 minutes. She will be guest anchoring the Fox 5 Morning News.
This is going to be fun.
You know her from So You Think You Can Dance, and Mary Murphy is here. She's today's special guest anchor. Fox 5 Morning News starts right now. Mary, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Come on down.
Serving all of San Diego, this is your Fox 5 News.
Wow, this is quite a Monday morning, isn't it? Good morning, Mary Murphy. Good morning, everybody. It is January 25th. I'm Candace Gibson. Arthel and Raul are off, but like I said, joining me is Mary Murphy from So You Think You Can Dance and a San Diego resident.
Absolutely, for 22 years.
Wow. Very nice. And this is her first time during our show, so this is great. Let's get started, though, with, do you want to toss over to Chrissy?
Sure. All right, get over, Chrissy. How are you? Good morning.
For the rest of the day, we'll just do your... Will you just toss me by just going... I just love it. I don't even care why.
She is already in a dancing mood today because it's not raining.
I know. It's not raining. Dance. Okay, all right. So we're going to...
You got to love it. You got to go out strong. I mean, they've handled that just so smoothly, haven't they?
They have.
That
All
whole
I know
late
is
night.
I want more cowbell.
We need more cowbell.
More cowbell. What? Why? Just more cowbell.
I got to tell you, Chrissy, I tried to go skiing this weekend. Big Bear woke up early Saturday morning, couldn't get up there. It was a mess trying to get up there.
You tried to drive up and couldn't make it?
Yeah. Pretty much. 2 days in a row.
He forgot his chains.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that really what happened? He forgot his chains. He didn't know that he had to have chains. You weren't watching. Can you take that shot of her doing that again, please? Seriously.
We just met.
When will they learn?
We just met. You're like my typical dates. Like 5 minutes later, they already know the deal. It is a cold morning here in San Diego, so, you know, feel free to get warm, ladies. Hey, if you're just joining us, we have a special guest host here, Mary Murphy from So You Think You Can Dance. I know.
We've been on the show for half an hour and we haven't heard it once. I don't know. What do I have to do? Tickle you or something? Come on, let it go.
What do you want? What do you want?
I want you to do it.
I'm happy to be here. Are you kidding? Warm weather. I'm so excited about getting back in town from New York.
So there you have it.
I love Mary.
It's frozen, actually. It's what's happening.
It is pretty cold out. It is.
Mary will be here for the next hour and a half. You're a half hour into it. You're at camp now.
Woo, baby.
Great. Hey, what else do we have coming up, Mary?
Well, I tell you, there's a few celebs that got in trouble over the weekend, so we'll let you know in just a few minutes about what they were up to. Either. Comedian Andy Dick is in trouble with the law again. He was arrested over the weekend in West Virginia. Police said he groped a guard at the bar. He is already on probation for sexual battery. The comedian is due in court for a preliminary hearing on February the 2nd. Holy smokes, it's just crazy. What's going on in Hollywood? They need to get their act together. And Gary Coleman, he's also in trouble with the law. Police said the actor missed a court date on a domestic assault charge. Coleman was booked into a Utah jail yesterday after police received reports of a civil disturbance at his home. What's up, Willis? I mean, come on, get it together. Director James Cameron is inching closer to breaking his own box office record with his blockbuster Avatar. The movie is just $2 million shy of tying the all-time record for worldwide ticket sales, which was set back when he did Titanic in 1997. Avatar held onto the top spot at the box office for the 6th straight week. For now, Titanic is still holding on to its record as the highest-grossing film of all time with 1 point.
Oh, wait, ignore that.
I was like, what?
It's almost $2 billion.
$2 billion. in sales. Holy Toledo. Is it finally over? Are Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie set to go their separate ways? Hollywood's most famous couple reportedly have filed separation papers. The news comes after months of speculation that the couple, who are not married, were drifting apart. But this morning, sources close to the couple say the rumors are simply not true.
Have you met them?
I have not met them yet. I'm looking forward to it. He actually came to American Idol, and so from the 5th row, I got to see him. Woo!
Nice. So,
it
like,
was worth it. No.
who's your celebrity crush?
Oh, celebrity crush. Oh, gosh, you have to call me out now.
No?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know, Brad Pitt, I have to say, he's up there, you know. I love Hugh Jackman,
George
though.
Clooney.
Oh, well, you know, everybody loves George. Is this George?
No, that's my David Duchovny doll.
Oh, no.
No. Oh, wow. All right, Mary. Well, you know. Okay, so she runs Champion Ballroom Academy in San Diego for the last 20 years?
Celebrating my 20th year this year.
Very nice.
In April.
And she's a champion ballroom dancer herself. You went public recently, revealing an abusive marriage. Mary Murphy has been our guest anchor all morning long. And from what I understand, read some notes about you, you cannot walk down the streets of Kampala, Uganda, without being...
Apparently, that's what I heard.
Because you're famous there.
Yeah, pretty much, you know, we're in about 60 countries, but so many people get the show on satellite, too. The different people that have been coming up to me this year from the Middle East, I mean, that was really probably the all-time shocker, because I had no idea that they were all seeing the show there, and they're like, oh, Mary, you're a big hit in, you know, Beirut. I'm just like, what?
I can just imagine what your screams... What does your scream sound like in a Ugandan accent or a Lebanese accent?
I would love to hear my voice dubbed.
That'd be quite funny. But no, thank you for being here all morning long. So you think you can dance, and you know, San Diego for the last 20 years. I was reading also that there are many dances that you like, but the Paso Doble?
Yeah, I love the Paso Doble. I love performing the Paso Doble. It's one of my favorite dances. It's
what is it about
spicy.
That?
It's
really
spicy and flamenco-like.
I love it.
He's looking at me. Oh my God! Get me out of here!
No,
Paso Dobleing on me.
No, that in addition to Lauren's tips got me quite going. And these are this is pictures from your dance studio, right?
Yes, it is. In Hillcrest.
With all that you're doing, do you still get the time to be involved with it?
Well, I have to say, with the double season this last year, it was very, very difficult. I have been home only a few times and only for a couple days, because I do other series around the world, plus, you know, we added the 2 series, plus I go to Canada, too, and guest judge there in Australia.
And then you were on Broadway recently.
I know. That was kind of like the biggest treat of my life, because people were saying, oh, my God, you have to work on Christmas? I said, are you kidding me? I am dancing on Broadway on Christmas Day. It was the best Christmas present I've ever had in my life. It was the hardest thing, I will say, that I've ever done. It was the most rewarding experience of my life. I loved getting out there with the kids. The audiences were very supportive. We were just knocking the box office sales records in New York, and I just couldn't even, it was like out-of-body experience. I could not believe this is happening to me. Are you kidding? At this age. But I'll tell you, I'm going to have a few operations now. I got a hernia rehearsing. I have a neuroma on my right foot, tear on my right rotator cuff, a tear off the ribs in the back, but it was worth it.
But
I didn't feel it when I was dancing.
But, you know, afterwards, yeah. I got to say, I mean, so with all of that, I hate to borrow this term from Oprah, but was there like an aha moment where you're like, wow, I really have made it? Whether it was like in the dressing room in Broadway or where?
For me, it was definitely Broadway. Not even so much the show So You Think You Can Dance, even though that has just been fabulous. But I've been a dancer my whole life, and we've never had those opportunities as ballroom dancers to perform on Broadway. So that night, and especially closing night there, and to see the response of the crowd and everything, it was magical. I cannot describe it.
Do you practice the scream?
Do I? No, I don't have to practice that. That comes natural. Are you crazy? What's wrong with him? Every morning I start up, you know, with the low, mild one, and I work my way up during the day. No.